I've always been a huge fan of natural, clean, and simple makeup looks, and though nothing has really changed there recently, I have discovered some new favorite products and colors recently that make perfect companions for my everyday minimalist makeup routine. And I do think that some of these, especially finding the right undertone for a lot of these products, have made a huge difference for creating more harmonious and balanced makeup looks. Since moving further into my 30s, I've definitely started investing more in beautifying routines like seeing a dermatologist and getting facials to remove dead skin cells or clogged pores every once in a while, or just getting a professional to help evaluate my skincare routine is something I really appreciate in this part of my life. To me, it's not about looking young forever. I really try to embrace my wrinkles and imperfections because I do see them as part of life and part of being human, part of getting older. So I don't personally mind them, but certainly each to their own. This is just my personal opinion. But that glow, the glow is what I'm really looking to bring out in my skin. So both when it comes to skincare, I'll choose a few but powerful products to help enhance that, and the same goes for makeup. So I'd rather have a few good high quality products in my beauty cabinets. With that, here are 10 makeup essentials I'd buy again in a heartbeat if I lost all of my makeup. This is hands down the best foundation I've tried so far. Ilia is skincare infused makeup and it feels lightweight and nourishing on the skin. So this is the Super Serum Skin Tint. And it also has an SPF 30 in there, which I personally really appreciate. I use a neutral cool color during winter, so maybe something like ST3. And then I use a neutral or neutral warm color during summer when my skin has a bit more glow to it. So that would be something like ST5 or even ST7. I find that it gives a beautiful glowy base to my makeup and it evens out my skin tone beautifully. The scent of it is not the best, but to me it's all worth it. I'm pretty sure it's unscented, so it's kind of just like the natural scent of it or the natural smell of it that's a little bit funky, I would say. So imperfections and bad skin days, we all have them. So I like using a tiny bit of concealer under my eyes, around my nose and on my chin just to lighten up, besides of course using it to cover up any small blemishes or imperfections I might have. If you suffer from redness, try a green concealer as that will very likely neutralize it, and then simply apply your foundation or concealer on top of that. For any small blemishes that are a little harder to conceal, I sometimes build it up a little bit more, and I also like to let the concealer dry on those areas before blending it into the skin. It gives a more full coverage and it's a great approach for stubborn blemishes. Some days I even let my skin breathe, so I skip foundation and just use a bit of concealer to even out my skin tone. I use powder rather sparingly these days as I don't want it to gather up in the fine lines and wrinkles that I have developed now in my early 30s. So I try to only apply a little bit around my nose, under the eyes, on my chin, and with a small brush on any concealed blemishes to kind of set that in place and keep them covered all day. But I'm not nearly as fussed with the whole matte look today as I was back in high school. In fact, I'd rather look a little bit more shiny and glowy, and I do have an oily T-zone I've always had, so rather than covering that up all day, I really try to just work more with that as a part of my natural skin texture and look. I love a cream blush and I've been using this one from RMS in the color Demure in the past year or so. I apply it with my fingers or a mini beauty blender and then set it in place with a little bit of translucent powder. And I always bring it with me in my bag for long days at the office just to do a quick little touch up. I think it just gives a fresh bitten cheek and it's a great and easy way to freshen up your look when it's the end of the day. Sometimes I do also like using a powder blush. Marsala from Color Me Beautiful is a great cool toned pink for soft cool color types. In my younger days I used to use a lot of bronzer and generally warmer shades of blush, but it always made me look a little bit orangey and patchy, which I can totally see now when I look back at pictures and such. So finding the right undertone for makeup, not just for foundation but also blush, eyeliner, etc., is really so powerful and it can really make your look so much more striking. So like I mentioned, because I'm a soft cool color type, warm makeup will quickly look a little orangey and almost patchy on my skin. So keeping the shades either neutral or cool in undertone is key. I like going for a grayish or ashy brown for eye pencils or eyebrow shadows. So I like keeping my brows well shaped and defined, but again, keyword is soft. So I only go in there with a light hand and make sure to brush up the brows afterwards to blend the color in. I should say that I do tend to dye just a tail of my eyebrows every once in a while, and so sometimes I may even be able to skip the pencil entirely. The only brow gel I've tried recently that can truly keep my long brow hairs in place is the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The look I'm going for is groomed but natural, so as well as keeping my brows softly defined, I brush them lightly upwards too to make them appear a little fuller. I do like keeping this in my purse too, so if I have a really long day, brushing up my brows again is a subtle but wonderful way to ensure a fresh look. A true game changer for softs is making a switch from black mascaras, eyeliners, etc. to brown or charcoal, as it will enhance your lashes in a less overpowering and harsh way and just work wonderfully in harmony and balance with your naturally soft look. So it's not that you can't create a defined and dramatic look. Again, each to their own, this is just my personal opinion, but especially for everyday, if you like that kind of soft, natural look, making that switch could be worth considering. I never leave the house without either a shiny lip balm, gloss, or lipstick in a neutral shade for more special occasions. For lip gloss, I like switching between a clear lip gloss or something slightly cool toned, like a cool toned pink. And for lipstick, my favorite color is Chiffon from Color Me Beautiful, but I tend to use that one more for special occasions. Now, if I were going to take my makeup from day to night, here are 2 easy, simple extra steps I'd make to keep things super minimal, still super effortless and quick, but with great impact. First step would be adding a soft eyeliner in charcoal. This is perfect for soft color types or soft makeup looks in general, and then I'd kind of smudge it out a little bit. So I only apply it to the outer corner of my upper lash line, and it just gives a slightly deeper look, a little bit more dramatic, but still quite understated, and it provides a nice lift and opening effect to the eye. Adding on to that, I'd switch out the lip gloss to a natural lipstick, especially for special occasions. So a natural color that I'd be able to touch up when I'm on the go, but still again with great impact. As mentioned, this shade is from Color Me Beautiful. It's called Chiffon, and it's a perfect everyday Your Lips But Better shade. And it's perfect for most soft color types. It has kind of a neutral undertone. It's the perfect everyday Your Lips But Better shade, and it's perfect for most soft color types. So it has more of a neutral undertone, and it's perfect for people with slightly fairer skin similar to me. If your skin tone is deeper, you might need a slightly darker shade. So there you have it, my 10 go-to minimal makeup products. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful if you're into the more minimal approach yourself. Just a handful of simple but powerful products. If you like this video, do make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave. I'd love to have you here. With that, take care, and I hope to see you soon with another video. Bye.